Так,
Oh, what's up, dude?
здорово.
Здорово.
I have some questions prepared.
Okay.
Okay. The first question is easy.
Whoa.
Что?
What's that zzz noise?
One moment.
Okay.
It's my mic. Да, what the... О, все.
Nice. Top interview.
Yeah, Dizzy, I'm prepared.
Oh, no.
Everything is fine. Так, окей.
Ты знаешь, кто это Walter Cronkite?
No.
The top American interviewer.
Okay, I'm gonna look for him in real life. To hire this guy for me.
Dead.
What?
He was an interviewer in like Vietnam. Yeah, he died in 2009.
Okay. Тогда I'm not going to look for him.
I mean, he'd be easy to find. You just got to dig him up first.
Okay. Okay. I have like 6 questions.
Okay.
It's like about the whole situations around TikTok.
Yeah.
Итак.
All good, man. You can ask as many as you want.
Каковы вообще твои впечатления после всего произошедшего в твоей жизни за последние несколько недель?
I heard Jason. I heard. I have no idea what you said.
Ну, вот
Something about Jason.
Видите, ребят, у Дизи тоже слов нет. First of all, congrats on hitting 13,000 followers on TikTok.
Ура!
Yes.
Спасибо большое. Yeah, it's очень странно.
Well, I agree. And what did you think about TikTok before Dizzy Sings Russian went viral? Do you think you underestimate the platform? Because I see a lot of people on your chat, on VK, saying, "Oh, Dizzy, TikTok is говно, it's cringe. Dizzy, why?"
Right. Well, I kind of felt the same way, but I think the perspective I had of TikTok was, I'm 36 years old, and the first thing you see when you go onto TikTok is a bunch of kids looking for dating advice and to look for a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And to me, that's terrifying because those kids are young enough to be my kids, and I don't want to see that shit. Like, you don't want to see kids, hey, looking for a boyfriend, send tell. Dude, I'm 36. These are dirty. Like, I joke about dirty all the time. Dirty this, dirty that. But like, really, like, it's like, oh my God. So, я не смотрю TikTok, but I put the content out. Like, I can't watch it. I can watch like certain TikTok things, but I can't watch the recommended stream because it's all like, why am I single? Because I'm 15. And I want to reply and go, good, stay single, you're 15. Like, it's scary.
Yes, I see a lot of those TikToks, like the girl standing, not showing her face.
Yeah.
The title, you're not going to date with 11 years old girl.
Oh!
I'm going to change your mind. And then she shows her face with makeup.
Yeah, like, go play Roblox.
Yeah.
Go play Minecraft. Enjoy being a kid, dude. You don't need a kid when you're 16, because here's what happens when you have a child when you're 15 or 16. You are a single mother at that point, hoping your parents get involved, because if somebody's having sex with a 16-year-old, they're going to jail for a long time. And you know what? In a lot of cases, they're not going to survive that jail because they shouldn't. Pedophiles are fucking horrible. They're monsters. So, like, yeah, that's such a scary situation because, not to say that's going to happen, but like, if it does happen, and you know as well as I do, scumbags get good at one thing, and that's talking to people they want to take advantage of, and they'll get really good and they'll get very trusting, and it's like, oh, I feel so bad. Like, I look at this situation, I'm just like, it's like watching a train drive full speed into a wall. You know what's gonna happen, and you're like, no, don't do that. But the train driver is like, yeah, this will be fun. It's like, oh no. Oh no. So yeah, TikTok to me is like seeing a whole bunch of speeding cars down a highway and it's starting to rain. And you know, as an adult, it's a good idea to slow down, but these kids don't know that yet. So they just, you know, a lot of them are going to get through okay, and that's good. And you can't really, I can't be their parents. So to me, it's just like, next. And I just look for, every once in a while I see something funny and I'm like, oh, that's really funny. Like they come up with as you were saying, look at my house. Here's my toothbrush and here's my door and my light. Oh my God, look at the light switch. It has two options. One is on and one is off. And I'm just like, wow. And I get humor out of that because honestly, I would prefer that they make that kind of content. And like, I think it's good that kind of content does well because that keeps them out from going, this is why you should date an 11-year-old. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You know? So sometimes you have to take the cringe to get kids out of like danger.
Yes.
Scary.
And let's go back to the beginning. One of my viewers uploaded that TikTok of Mладший лейтенант to his channel, and it
3
gained
times.
Yes, 50k views. What was your first reaction when you found this out?
So, I don't know. I think you know this, but I'll tell the story again. So I had a meeting every once in a while. I have a talent manager, and it's very informal. Like my talent manager is just my friend, my friend Matan, and he met me in 2014 when I was playing a game called Landmark, which was Sony's last game before they sold the company and became Daybreak. They became something else, and now they're Daybreak. But they got rid of Landmark and they got rid of EQ Next and everything else because Landmark was supposed to be the game before EQ Next, but I digress completely. So he came on my stream and he's like, I like you. I think you're going to be big. I'd like to help you. I said, okay. So this is the guy that kind of organizes when I go to conventions. Like he'll be out there in Boston with us. He can't make it to Amsterdam, but he goes to like every convention. Like he went to BlizzCon with me. He went to, when I went over to GameStop Expo. And he says to me, he tells me what I don't want to hear. Like he says to me, you shouldn't do this. You should do this. You shouldn't do this. And he loves the international audience. He thinks that's where we're really going to succeed. So he really tries to do that stuff. But he's also like, you need to go hang out with this person. You need to do this. You need to do that. But we only meet once every few months because once again, it's informal. Once it becomes formal is when I start paying him, right? That makes sense. So when he goes to conventions, I pay him to go out there. So that's why he does all the work. But he messaged me about 6 months ago and he goes, you need to start TikTok. I go, dude, what am I going to do with TikTok? He goes, you need to start TikTok because it's big and people will watch it. I'm like, it's filled with kids. He goes, start TikTok. So I went on TikTok. I uploaded a bunch of random videos and clips and nothing went anywhere because I didn't understand how important tagging was on TikTok. So you messaged me and you go, Dizzy, you need to look at this because it's working. And you showed me that it got 50k views. And I'm like, wow, 50k views. That's more than I get on like all of my YouTube videos. Like Dizzy Meets Russia, 3 episodes combined equals 50k. That's half of my best episode. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So when you said that, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Because there's something to the tagging maybe, which I don't even know if the tagging is properly because I tried tagging on 2 different videos. One went crazy, the other one didn't. So when he did that and then you did that, I couldn't believe it. I cannot believe how crazy TikTok is. And I think what's awesome about it is, to me, at least they give it some impression that it's organic because all those views have to come from a video landing on somebody's feed for some reason. Like, you know, that automatic feed. But I look at videos that come over in my automatic feed and I'm like, this doesn't have a lot of views. This doesn't have this. So somebody or something is feeding those videos over, but it's not feeding the other videos, even if they're in the same tag. So for example, you do the edited video, it goes crazy. I do an unedited clip. It gets a lot of views, but nowhere near your edited clip. And then I do like me singing Wrecking Ball, which I think is the funniest thing ever. But you know, people do too, but for some reason it doesn't do well. And I tag that and it's like, okay, 3,000 views. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, it's not nothing, but like, then the next day I just take a clip of the middle of me singing a song, no edits and anything else. We'll just give it 50,000 views. I'm just like, what? So I think I know now that part of my destiny, and I think part of your destiny, is TikTok. I mean, it's huge, it's popular, it's big, Everybody's on it. Supposedly, the guy who made Vine made a new one. I don't think that'll go very far. I think he wants it to, but it's doing things. And at the end of the day, does TikTok equal money? Well, not directly, but the way I'm looking at this, because I still have a job, and I'm kind of doing content creation as my part-time gig. If we get 1 million views on TikTok, we're doing something right. If we get 1 million views twice, we're doing something necessary, which is what happened. So the way I look at it is, if we continue to do TikTok and let's say we get 50 million views, 6 months, 50 million views, I don't think that's impossible. If we do that, then somebody's got to notice us, right? So at that point, you as an editor and me as a somebody who likes to sing bad songs or good songs really bad, somebody's got to say to us, hey, I like what you're doing. Maybe you do a commercial for us. Maybe you advertise this. Maybe I give you a little money. Hey, I like your editing. Maybe you edit something for me and I give you money. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at this long term as a business decision. This is a good way to go. Now, exposure isn't money. Somebody gives you exposure for doing what you're doing. It's not money. You can't pay rent. You can't buy food with exposure. But this TikTok stuff is pretty easy. It's not too bad. I mean, you have to edit up, obviously, so that's not quote unquote easy. But for the most part, this is it feels a lot less intense than having to stream for 4 hours or having to do YouTube from a perspective of everyday YouTube, like a PewDiePie does. So, yeah, I mean, it's part of what we're going to do now, or at least what I'm going to do now, because it's working and the numbers are going up, and the whole TikTok famous thing. I mean, likes for you're technically TikTok famous. I looked it up. I guess it's 250K likes makes you TikTok famous. So, поздравляю для тебя.
Спасибо.
But I'll get there eventually too, just by the fact that the more followers you get, the more ingrained percentage of views you're going to get, even if you put a turd on there. So you look at my turd. But yeah, it's working. I don't know how it's working. I don't understand it. The metrics don't give you any information, but here we are. And I have a feeling we're going to talk about this in like 6 months and be like, oh, remember we thought 1 million views was a lot? Now look at us,
Yes. YouTube is hard to gain views.
Yes. It's impossible now. Unless you get somebody, YouTube, Twitch, and any big content thing, even Instagram, if you don't get some big person to go, look at this. And I kind of did a little bit of a Jesus voice there. That's how I continue to get my views, is Jesus continues to either come up with ideas or help me. Like this GTRP thing that's really popping off right now, that's 100% Jesus AVGN's idea. It's his idea, his recommendation. And now as a result, like my growth over the last week is unbelievable. Like today's going to be nuts. Today is going to be record shattering, I think. That's why I'm up so early, because I'm like, yes, I can't sleep. Let's go. So.
What I noticed about TikTok is a TikTok don't... Так, сейчас я сформулирую мысль. Why do TikToks gain views? And I noticed if a video gets a lot of comments and likes, especially comments, I think, then video like blows up. What I think.
But like, how does the first person see it though? Is it just like an organic follow? I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe someone sees the TikTok on his recommendation. Господи, on his feed. And I like this TikTok. And he tags his friend, чтобы его друг, his friend to watch this TikTok.
Right. No, you're right.
And then this friend, another friend, watch this video and tag another friend, and it's like...
I think so, but at the same time, so initially, I think the thing is, that's good that you get that catalyst. It's like lighting a spark and it going. But how do you get that first spark is the real question. So tagging does have to do with it. Like, we know that those tags work because we tried it without it, it didn't work. We tried it again with it, and it worked. But like, if you take those tags and, like, for example, when I put up wrecking ball, I put a wrecking ball in there and people liked it. They go, ha ha ha, but there's no tag. You're right. I mean, there's tags in it, but there's no people tagging their friends in it. So I think you're right. I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's the tagging of the actual clip by us, and I think it's the ats that go after that when they're tagging their friends. I think that's what really ignites it. And then it continues. That's what's really crazy about it. And sure, YouTube works like that kind of too, but one day you'll get nothing. Like, you'll get like 1,000 views, which for a 1 million view thing, it's okay. And then the next day you'll get 250,000 because somebody tagged somebody. And it'll continue to just like pop off. Like, I'm watching your two videos, one's at like 1.3 and one's at 1.4, 1.5. And one day I'll just see it move up another 100,000. I'm like, whoa, what happened? It's crazy. I don't need. I have no idea how it works, and I think that's why it works. Because original content creators are inspired to go on there and make stuff because they feel like they're actually getting noticed. Like 1.3 million, that ranks like way up there with your best YouTube videos, right? I don't have anything in a million. I think my biggest YouTube video is like 125K or something.
Yeah, even I don't have any YouTube video that gained.
Yeah, mine's 224. Dizzy learns Russian alphabet, which got stolen like 6 times.
I think TikTok, the scene is about activity in the comments of followers, and that's why, like, comments, shares, likes, and that's why it keeps pushing.
That, and I think there's something to be said about, if, let's say somebody quote unquote steals it. For example, your friend uploaded it, which is no big deal. You know, it's not like we're going crazy. I think it's actually a good thing. As long as they put your name in there somewhere, it leads people back to you. Right?
Yes. A couple of days ago, someone re-uploaded the video on TikTok. It gained like how many?
Wow!
It's like 50K.
It's insane!
Views. Yeah. I think it's the same text even. Even the guy didn't tag us. No, my watermark is on the video. But in the comments, people tag you and me. Like, people watch this re-uploaded TikTok. They go to the comments and see, oh, this is Dizzy on the video, and this was made by Igor Seller.
And that's the thing, is like, there's this sense of like, because I know it's crazy to think about, because to me, there's this weird human anomaly thing, and I talk about it sometimes on stream. People have this ability, like, if I tell you, think of one person, you know what that looks like. Say, think of 5 people, you know what that looks like. Say, think of 10 people, you know what that looks like. Think of 100 people, you can even conceive that. But if I say think of 10,000 people, you think of about 10,000 people. Like, you can conceptualize that in your brain. But if I say think of 1 million people, your brain actually interprets that as 10,000 people. People have a difficult time wrapping their brain around a lot of people. So when I think of Russia and I'm like, wow, a lot of people know who I am. To me, I'm basically thinking about 10,000 people know who I am. So I think all of Russia probably knows me at this point, which is obviously not true. There's 150 million people over there. They all knew me. I'd be the biggest content creator in the world at this point. But, or at least in Russia, which would get me big everywhere else. But it's cool to, especially, let's combine GTRP in that. I'm meeting people who may have heard of me through somebody, but have never watched my stuff. And they're finally getting exposed to that. So they're going, oh, okay, well, I'm going to follow you on this. I'm going to support you more. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's really cool to watch we've kind of set the table back years ago. And now we're finally going, hey, we're still alive over here and we're funnier than ever. We've had 4 years to build up this cool content for you. So people are coming back and they're getting exposed to stuff that we made in 2016 that they don't even know about. Like, for example, the Dizzy Meets Russia series, which I gotta finish that second video tomorrow, that seventh video tomorrow. They're getting exposed to that, and now there's 7 episodes worth of content, and they're like, oh my God. Or they're coming over and they're seeing Twitch, and Twitch is much more refined than it was in 2015, and they're like, oh my God, look at this. So it's cool to watch this sort of stuff, and it's cool to watch the evolution, and it's cool to know that we're not only seeing the same people that we do, but we're seeing people that we may have left and want to come back, but we're also meeting new people who go, I've heard of them. This is why people like them. So it's really, really awesome to finally see. I mean, the word for it is growth, but it's awesome to finally see it. It's been a while. We've been kind of hovering.
Yeah. There are a lot of comments on TikToks. It's Dizzy. The last time I have seen him was in 2015. And this comment gets a lot of likes. Like, oh yes, это же Dizzy. Yeah, I remember that's
exactly. Like, my favorite comment though that I read on your videos and my videos is, "Who is this guy?" It's you don't know who Dizzy is? It's Dizzy. Is he Russian? No, he's American. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Those are my favorite. I always like them all when I see that.
Because he said "чё" and it sounds naturally.
Chameleon.
Okay. Okay. The question. I skipped the question because you're
gonna ask it anyway.
The question. No, I was about to ask, what do you think about the whole situation after all this happened? And you actually answered this question. Так. Oh, okay. And after you released those 5 karaokes in November of 2019, you said you're not going to make any more karaokes soon. What do you think? Did you change your mind?
When did I say that?
Remember you did those 5 karaokes.
So I'm going to explain that. So there's a little bit of a thought process behind that. So I know you're used to the sound of my voice already, but my voice is like super duper strange. And when I do karaoke, it actually kicks my ass. But like, it's working. So sometimes you have to make the decision whether or not you want to do something based on what you get out of it. And you understand that. That's just life. If you're busy trying to do something and you're not getting anything out of it, you can't do it anymore. So with karaoke, I had the same audience for a long time, and it was like karaoke. When I get done with a karaoke stream, like when I do like 3 or 4 of them, I'm exhausted. Like I almost need to go to bed. I'm so exhausted. So I was like, after those 5 that I did, I was like, I can't do these. I can't do this because Monday I was like, at work. But dude, I'll do 50 of them today because people like that shit. So, but because I see that this is what, it's weird to me to think that karaoke, terrible Russian karaoke, is what's getting me popular at this point. But like, if that's what works, man, if that's what works, I'm down.
Yeah, by the way, this kind of content works because what I noticed while watching YouTube for the years, the Russians love when the type of videos like an American tries Russian food, an or a European goes to Russia, because it seems like the Russians like when someone is
embrace the culture,
trying to.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
I kind of wish we filmed when I went to go eat in Brighton Beach, but it was a very formal place, so we only took pictures. But that was cool. That was a fun because I said to it's a PDA. I said, I'm not ordering. I go, you are ordering for me. He goes, okay. So that was pretty cool. He's supposed to have another video soon too.
Yeah, he's going to make soon because the last video he made was about
Yes, I saw that. It's funny. Every day somebody comes in and goes, "Why are you wearing your shoes?" And I want so badly to take my feet and put them on, but supposedly there's a ban on showing your feet on Twitch or something. I don't think it's real, but I don't want to test my luck, so I just say, yeah. My wife was like, "What the hell?" after that. So I can give you a little backstory behind that really quickly. So the reason that that topic came up is because when we went over to my uncle's house, my uncle says, "You don't need to take off your shoes. It's okay." Because a lot of what my uncle's house is very active. There's a lot of dogs running around. It's clean, but he didn't want to have people take off their shoes just in case they needed to go outside or they wanted to go on the deck or see his backyard. His backyard's very nice, but it was a little muddy. And he figured we're going to be eating dinner inside of a converted garage. And it's not a garage. It's got new flooring and everything else. But like, he wanted people to be comfortable. If you wanted to take off your shoes, you could, but he's going to vacuum the place anyway. So he just figured whatever. So they were like thrown off by that. Like, whoa, what the heck? And they noticed that I didn't take mine off. And I was just kind of like, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And my wife's like, why do you do that? But the way I look at it is, if they're really bad, you take them off. If they're not bad, it's whatever. But it's very strange, though. I know. Like, people were telling me how strange it is. I'm like, I don't know.
It's like, if you feel comfortable, then why you should take?
Yeah, but I realize that like it tracks in dirt and everything else, and I think people look at it a certain way, and I agree. And so I do take my shoes off now. But I go over there, everybody's gonna be like, "Make sure you take your shoes off, Suka." But like, yes.
And they type in chat, then show your shoe.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like, I don't want to. I don't think it's bannable. Whoa, what's going on? I don't think it's bannable, but like, I don't want to test my luck. That's because you know as well as I do that if I go, "Look at my feet," it's gonna go viral for some reason. I just don't want to deal with that shit.
Okay, the final question. Your future plans about TikTok. Will it be more karaoke, or will you experiment with new formats?
I do want to try new formats. I want to do like you had recommended to me. I want to do the open the fridge and the ramen thing. But I need to go find really, really popular videos and kind of make fun of them, because at that point, there's an audience for it, and you know there is. But I concepted one and I haven't released it yet. But it's basically me sitting there looking at my phone, opening Duolingo, scrolling down Russian, and then it pans back to me with a Russian hat on for like 2 seconds. And it's like a really simple concept, a really simple idea. And I want to see how it plays out. I need to edit it and make it look good. And see if it plays out. And if it does, I also have to figure out how to tag it properly in Russia and tag it in America. And the reason I do half Russian and half American is so they show up in American tags and people are like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And maybe their friends like it and go from there. But I haven't found much luck. Right now, I as I told my friend, my talent manager, I said, right now we're starting to build the bridge. We're building the Great Siberian Bridge from Alaska to Siberia right now. And the Russians are all on board. Like, we got you guys. You think it's great. But I still don't quite have the American. I have my Americans, but I don't have a lot of Americans. Like, there's a lot of people. I sell the angle that, this is a very inclusive and awesome and fun thing to do. And a lot of people are like, wow, that is cool. But actually getting them on board is still tough. Not because they're like bigoted or anything, but because they're still confused about it. They still don't understand it. So it's gonna be like absurd comedies, sketches. Like, I think so. My next big goal is to get Dizzy Meets Russia 7 out, because it's the story of Jesus coming to America, and not just coming to America once. Every story is in there. When he came to California, when he announced him coming to America, when he came to New York, people's reaction to it. And it's like 25 minutes long. And it's also, in that video, it talks about 3 or 4 different people that made that stuff happen. So it's a bit of a video. So once that's out, then I can focus again on TikTok.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. I hope it comes out good. So far, it looks really, really cool. The first 2 minutes of the video is me explaining what the Russian community is. And so I had to go onto Google and download every flag of every country that I could think of off the top of my head, and then some, and put them on the screen and say, my Russian community is not from Russia. It's from Latvia and Moldova and Belarus. And I have to like sit there and rattle off these countries and put their flags up. So it's a really interesting start to the video, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, that was really good. That was very interesting to talk.
Hell yeah, man. I'm always here. You know that.
So thank you for the interview.
Absolutely.
Good luck with streaming today.
Yeah, it should be fun.
RP.
Today's gonna be nutty, I think, because I'm actually on when the Russians are on. So there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of осуждаю, but I think it'll be okay.
Oh, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I used to think that if somebody said the N-word or the P-word on my stream, that I would get banned. But I know now that's not the case. I know it's only if it's on there and I don't do anything about it, or if I say it. If I say it, I deserve to get banned, right?
Yeah.
But like, if they say it on my stream and I'm not doing anything about it, then I kind of deserve it too. So, what's up? Meow or whatever the heck, meow or whatever the hell her name is. I don't actually know it off the top. Send me a package. I'm going to be opening it on stream tomorrow. I haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's food in there, so I'm excited. No.
Tomorrow is GTRP again? Or...
I think so, but I think I'm going to start with opening the package, and then there's something else. TikTok React, I think is going to be tomorrow too.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And we'll do that.
A lot of TikToks. Reactions.
Oh God, I still think that guy and his little sister is the funniest fucking thing ever.
It's still the best one.
Little sister, little kids. Honestly, little kids are so fucking funny to me. You get a little kid to do something, I just fucking die. Like I get all like, as long as they don't sing. If they sing, then they're banned. But beyond that, they're funny as hell. All right, чувак.
Да, давай, мужик. Удачи тебе. Пострим хорошо.
Ти тоже.
RP, do very well.
I think so. I hope. Я беру.
Берешь?
Да, believe.
Окей.
Did I say that wrong?
Я верю.
Верю, that's what it is. Oh, good. B and V. Боже.
Удачи, молодой человек.
Спасибо большое.
Пока-пока.